Have you ever caught yourself daydreaming about the magical moment when you can finally say, that's it, I'm done, I'm retiring? Maybe you've even circled a date on the calendar, age 60, 62, 65, maybe even 70. But here's the truth, there is no magic age that's right for everyone. The best time to retire isn't just about your age, it's about your money, your health, and your purpose. So in today's video, I'm going to help you figure out when you should retire based on data, experience, and hundreds of retirees I've personally worked with. By the end of this video, you'll have a clear framework to decide when the timing is right for you. So stay tuned. This one might just change the way you think about retirement. And believe it or not, you might actually be able to retire sooner than you thought. All right, so there's the myth of the retirement age. So let's start with one of the biggest myths that's out there. And retirement doesn't just have an age, but a lot of people think it's 65. That idea actually comes from the 1930s when Social Security first began. Back then, life expectancy was about 62. For most people, they never even saw a Social Security check. Today, people are living well into their 80s and 90s. So if you retire at age 65, your money might need to last 30 years or more. When clients ask me, Vince, when's the best time to retire? I always tell them, when your money, your health, and purpose all align. That's what we're going to break down today. So we're going to talk about the three pillars of retirement timing. Number one, the financial readiness. Number two, health readiness. And number three, purpose readiness. Now, let's first talk about financial readiness. This one's obvious. Your retirement plan needs to work on paper before it can work in real life. Ask yourself, do I have enough guaranteed income from pensions, Social Security, or annuities? Do my investments cover the rest? Have I planned for inflation and healthcare? If you can't answer yes to these, you're not financially ready. Health readiness? Here's the thing. If you wait too long to retire, you might have the money, but not the health to enjoy it. I've seen clients who worked into their 70s and missed their travel years because of health issues. On the other hand, I've seen early retirees enjoy 10 amazing years of freedom and then slow down. Your health is your most valuable retirement currency. Purpose readiness? This is one most people overlook. Some of the wealthiest retirees I've met were also the least happy. Why? Because they had no purpose. Before you retire, ask yourself, what will I do with my time? The happiest retirees are the ones who retire to do something, not just from something. All right, let's dig into the numbers. Here's the 5-step framework I use with clients to determine financial readiness for retirement. Step 1, know your expenses. Break your expenses into 2 categories if you can. Your essential, housing, healthcare, insurance, food, taxes. Those would be your essential expenses. Then we have discretionary, which would be travel, gifts, dining, and having fun. Most people underestimate spending by about 15 to 20%. If you're still struggling with that, to try to figure out how much you can spend, just go off of what you're currently bringing in. If your amount that you're bringing in every single month is $5,000 or $10,000 from your paycheck, and that's comfortable for you, then that's the number you should try to work on as far as what you want to live on in retirement, if you really can't put it all together. Now, obviously, there could be some changes there. Maybe you're saving way more than you need, so you can make some adjustments there. But from experience, most people are comfortable living off of what they're currently bringing in. Number 2, map your income sources. List every income stream: Social Security, pensions, rental income, annuities, investments. Now, it can be as simple as a spreadsheet, and this is actually what we start with most people that come in, is just a simple spreadsheet so you can understand all your total income. And believe it or not, most people don't understand how much income they're going to bring in retirement. So once you have all those lined up, then ask which income is guaranteed and which is market dependent. Your goal, have your essential expenses covered by guaranteed income. That's the key to sleep well at night. Step 3, the 4% rule and its problems. You've probably heard the old 4% rule, that you can withdraw 4% per year and not run out. Well, that rule is a bit outdated. With today's lower yields and market volatility, some retirees are safer at 3%, others are fine at 5%. The truth, there's no universal rule. You need a dynamic withdrawal strategy. If you can line up your income using dividends and interest to be more than the 4%, then you can afford more than the 4% rule. If what you're doing is relying on market returns, you might not be able to do a 4% rule. You might have to go down to a 3% rule. So you need a dynamic withdrawal strategy that adjusts for inflation, markets, and spending changes. That's what we want to model out here and what we do for most of our clients. Step 4 is tax efficiency. Here's a shocker. Many retirees pay more taxes after retiring than while working. If most of your savings are in pre-tax 401ks, every dollar you withdraw is taxed as income. That's why tax diversification is so powerful. Roth IRAs, brokerage accounts, cash value life insurance, they give you flexibility later. Sometimes doing Roth conversions between retirement and Social Security can save hundreds of thousands of dollars over time. Step 5, sequence of returns risk. Let's say two people retire with the same portfolio. One retires right before a downturn, the other retires right after. The first one could run out of money 10 years sooner. Just because of bad timing, that's called sequence of returns risk. To protect yourself, keep 2 to 3 years of expenses in cash or short-term bonds. Use a bucket strategy, and then be flexible with your withdrawals during market downturns. All right, so now let's cover Social Security timing. Social Security timing is a big one. You can start at age 62 or you can delay all the way out to age 70. Each year you delay increases your benefit about 8% per year, and that's a guaranteed return. So should you wait? Let's break it down. If you have health issues or expect short longevity, you might want to claim early. If you don't want to spend your assets down just to have a bigger Social Security check, you might want to take it earlier. If you're healthy with longevity in your family, waiting until 67 to 70 can make sense, especially if you really are going to rely on Social Security income to help bridge your retirement. And if you're married, your decision can affect the spousal and survivor benefits too. It's not just about income. Social Security is also about longevity insurance. If you retire before 65, there's a major factor people forget, and that is healthcare. Medicare doesn't start until 65. So if you retire at age 62, you've got a 3-year gap. Private coverage could cost $10,000 to $20,000 per year per person. Some clients bridge that by working part-time or joining a spouse's plan. The key is don't retire early without a plan for health coverage. You should plan it out. More than likely, it's usually about $1,000 more a month than what you expect. All right, now let's step away from the numbers for a moment, because there is another part to retirement, which is the emotional side. You're not just leaving a job, you're leaving structure, community, and there's something called the honeymoon phase of retirement. At first, it's amazing. You travel, you sleep in, you enjoy freedom. Sometimes it's hard to keep track of the days. But after 6 months, you might start wondering, now what? Maybe you're getting a little bored. That's why having purpose is essential. I've seen a lot of people retire and then they actually go back to work because they're bored. So what we have is something called the identity gap. For decades, when people asked, what do? You had a clear answer. In retirement, that answer changes, and that can feel uncomfortable. So start creating your next identity before you retire. Mentor others, volunteer, take classes, start something new. The happiest retirees keep growing and connecting. We also have some relationship shifts. And let's be honest, retirement changes your marriage dynamic. You suddenly are spending more time around each other all day. That can be wonderful, or it could be a little stressful. The best couples I've seen succeed in retirement are the ones who have independent hobbies, shared goals, and give each other space. Now, let's talk about early retirement, the dream for so many. If you're thinking about retiring in your early 50s, or late 50s, or early 60s, it can absolutely work if a few things are true. So some signs that you're ready for early retirement. 1, if you've reached financial independence, your portfolio can fund your lifestyle. Number 2, you have access to healthcare. And number 3, you have purpose and structure ready to go. And lastly, you understand the tax rules for early withdrawals. There are some challenges of early retirement. We don't have Medicare yet until 65. Lower Social Security payments or benefits if claimed early. Longer time horizon for your money to last. That's why I often recommend phased retirement, part-time work, consulting, or passion projects. It reduces financial pressure and helps with emotional transition. Now, when does it make sense to delay your retirement? Working longer can be incredibly powerful. Every extra year you work can add savings, could increase your Social Security benefits, reduce the number of years your money might have to last, and give your investments more time to grow. Even one extra year can dramatically boost your success rate. But don't let fear keep you working longer than you need to. If you're financially and emotionally ready, don't let the calendar stop you, because time is something you can't earn back. So how do you know when it's time? Here's my retirement readiness scorecard. Give yourself a score from 1 to 10 for each one of these. Financial readiness. My income covers my lifestyle indefinitely. Purpose readiness. I know what I'll do and who I'll spend my time with. Tax readiness. I've optimized my withdrawal strategies. And lastly, health readiness. I have coverage and long-term care plan, and you are certain that you can bridge that gap if you're going to retire early to 65. Add up your total. If you're at your higher, congratulations, you're probably ready. If not, that scorecard shows you exactly what to work on next. At the end of the day, retirement isn't about the age. It's about alignment. When your money, your health, and your purpose all line up, that's when you're truly ready. And if you're not there yet, that's okay. Every smart decision you make today brings you one step closer. So if you'd like help building your personalized retirement timing plan and seeing if you are ready based on the financials, we can look at that and help you retire confidently and stay retired. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share it with someone who's planning their retirement too. And if you're looking to set some time up to have that plan built for you, click the link in the description below. And if you want, drop a comment below. Tell me what age you'd love to retire at. Thanks for watching. And remember, it's not just about retiring, it's about retiring right. I'll see you next time.